Welcome to week 3 of the Path to Your Potential. And today we are going to explore in the land of the chakras, the Manipura chakra, the navel center. All right. So literally means city of jewels. It is commonly depicted as a downward facing triangle, and it's associated with the fire element, having a strong inner fire, and the word agni means fire. So this can help us to digest not only our food, but our life experiences. So energetically, the Manipura's function is to optimize our personal growth so that we can navigate our lives with strength and determination. It gives us confidence we need to process and eliminate what does not serve us and to let it go. The color, again, is yellow. It's like a unique gem that gives a person an inner illumination. Its energetic job is to help us to step into our own personal power. It's the seat of transformation at every level of our being. And on the physical plane, when we focus on the navel area during our practice, it builds strength and stability while improving our metabolism and assimilation. But if you go deeper, on a deeper subtle level, consciously accessing this energetic center stokes both the fire of digestion and the fire of our consciousness and cultivates willpower and assertiveness. It also lies at the nucleus of our body in the solar plexus, giving us a sense of self-worth, our self-esteem, our confidence, our determination, and our will. That inner reservoir of energy gives us the power and energy to sing our heart's true song. So the health of this chakra is important to our whole well-being, as this center feeds all the others with prana, that life-giving force, all right? So we want to try to connect to that pranic sensitivity today. When this wheel is aligned, with the spinning wheel of energy is aligned, we dare to stay and burn through the difficult situations. We can take purposeful action and align with our inner power, that inner strength. And there are some things that sometimes are beyond our control that we cannot change and where we've been, but we can change where we're going and feel okay about our place in the world today. So when we think about an affirmation for this navel chakra, it would be like, I am confident, I am powerful, and I can handle anything. So I invite you to visualize this yellow fiery triangle at your navel center. So when you practice today, we're going to be doing core strengthening poses and some twisting poses. So please modify as necessary. I will make sure I give those cues. And remember that we want to connect to that zipping up quality, that zip up, that zipper, where you draw that energy in, all from the root chakra in, from your inner thighs, root, draw in and up, as if you're zipping that zipper. So there's that sense of gathering all that in. Problems, though, if you are suffering with problems with this area, an imbalance in your third chakra, it could manifest in areas such as gastric or digestive difficulties. It could also be with hypoglycemia, diabetes, the areas of the pancreas, the liver, cirrhosis. You could have a hiatal hernia, gallstones, even things like varicose veins are problems. Hemorrhoids are also indicative of having an imbalance in this. So remind yourself, though, what you eat isn't just food, right? How else do we digest things? How about those conversations with some certain people, right? Emotions, listening to the news all the time, taking in that, what you see on the television, on the videos, newspapers. So what we eat that through our senses, and they're processed through our digestive systems on a very subtle level. So you realize that you might be, affecting yourself with all of that, too much of that toxicity. So for this week, I'm going to invite you to think about observing, maybe even journal if you like, your eating habits, and include what comes into your thought, comes in through your senses that stays undigested. and creates knots or queasiness. You know, we all know that feeling now. We're all in a point in our life when you get that sense in the gut, and trust your gut reaction. I call this third chakra my second brain, right? Notice how you respond energetically to what you've eaten. Do you have more energy or less energy? Are you left with dullness, inertia, anxiousness? And pay attention to what those qualities are like, so that you can just become acquainted with who you are and what you really feel is key to this third chakra. Also, I invite you to get out in the sun. As the sun just hits me in the face right now, I'm like, wow, how important is that? The third chakra, sun, this sun energy is so energetically important for us. All right. So it's that vitamin D. It's the increase in vitality and connection to ourselves. So when we are fit and healthy, we're able to take action. Our intentions are clear and focused. We can claim our power and stand in your power with no need to take power from someone else. So I hope to infuse into you today a little bit of that energetic quality. And we are going to begin by getting on our mat. Do you have blocks? I did want to invite you, if you have a block handy. We're going to use a block in our practice today. So please have it available for our practice, and make sure you make any modifications that you might need for your practice. So we're going to make our way over today. I did want to mention before we get out onto the mat that today we're not only going to work the third chakra, but we're also, at the end, we're going to be doing a meditation that's going to really work with our sixth and seventh, okay? So we're introducing them towards the end of our practice, really getting an awareness of the third eye, that intuitiveness, and then reaching into the subconscious level with some practices that we've been doing that are enabling us to tap into that higher self, into that higher connection to the divine. So I'll invite you to meet me over on the mat. And you're going to get on your belly in crocodiles, the way we've been starting all of our practices. Join me there and find that comfortable space. You're resting your forehead on your arms, stacking one arm over the other, separating your feet a good hip width distance apart, and extend your feet out beyond you as you rest your forehead. And as you rest your forehead, can make that connection to the sixth chakra in the center of your forehead. As you begin to settle, just gently roll your hips from side to side so that you can feel that connection to the pelvis. I want you to really connect to your navel and soften the belly. There's no need to keep holding or contracting this area now. Right now, we're going to let everything soften a bit. And just be aware of the physical sensations in your body in this moment, from head to toe. There's no need to strive to get ahead or to compete. And just begin to feel the layers of tension dissolve. Let your breath softly fan the heat within to keep the embers of your life gently burning. And then as you breathe, breathing into this powerhouse. The powerhouse is your core, the navel center, the solar plexus. See if you can release the struggles, allow them to drop away. Release any overproducing, keeping up. Breathe beyond to the skin, your bones, the identity that you give yourself. And then just relax into your completeness for just a few more breaths. As you inhale, breathe, you notice how the belly and the navel center, the whole area of your solar plexus gently presses into your mat as you inhale. And as you exhale, release, notice how the back of your spine softens. And just stay with this for, press your hips back, take a child's pose, press your hips as far back as you comfortably can, and shift your hips from side to side. And then we're going to make our way onto our back in constructive rest pose. Please have the block nearby. You're going to begin with your feet towards the edge of your mat, hip width distance apart. We're going to slowly come down onto our back body. Place the block gently between your inner thighs to just engage the inner thigh. If you don't have a block available, a pillow is fine, or if you don't need a block at all, you can do this work without a block. But if you have one, it does help to feel the resistance, feel the energetic connection. Gently hold the block in place, feel the connection between the inner thighs. Gently let your hips rest, back your shoulders resting down, and we'll start with the palms down by our side. Soles of your feet should be flat on the floor. Your ankles perhaps underneath your knees. Feel the four corners of your feet grounding down, backs of your shoulders, press your palms in. And then as you inhale and then exhale, just gently squeeze from the pubic bone up as if you're zipping that zipper up towards your navel. As you exhale, squeeze, and then inhale, release. So we're starting with a very gentle pelvic tilt. All right, so inhaling, relaxing, and then on your exhale, gently zip that zipper up, squeeze in, and then inhale, relax. We'll do one more in that way, and then we're gonna add on. Complete inhale, feel the belly expand with the breath, and then as you exhale, zip it up, and then press into your feet and lift the hips gently off the floor, gently squeezing the block, and then releasing down, lowering down. We're gonna do that 2 more times. As you zip the zipper up, press the hips up, and then lower down. Now, the next time you press up, we're gonna add the arms, lift your arms up overhead. And now we're gonna maintain that squeeze, maintain the zipper squeeze on the inhale. Keep maintaining the squeeze and exhale, lower down. So you're keeping a nice containment here. The inhale, you're lifting, stretching the arms overhead, and then exhaling, you're lowering. Last time you inhale, lift it up, stretch it up as high as you comfortably can, and then exhale, lower down. Good. Gently bring the knees into your chest and just release the block. Just place it by your side. We're going to use it again, but just hug it in and then rock from side to side. Release any tension or stress or strain by circling your knees just to wake up the back body, because your lower back is very much a part of the core center. And then roll your knees in the other direction. And then you're going to place both feet flat on the floor again, palms down. And then we're going to down by your side. Now we're going to inhale, bring your right knee up and extend your opposite arm overhead. And then extend and then extend the leg out. And then inhale, elbow towards the knee, and then extend out. So if you choose to, elbow to the knee, you can start to lift your shoulder up in a gentle twist. So I'm trying to give you a modification here, elbow to knee with a gentle twist. Extend arm out, leg out, elbow to knee, and then extend out. We'll do 2 more, elbow to knee, extend out. We're just waking up the energy here in the core, elbow to knee, and then release. Bend your right knee, place it on the floor. Pick your left knee up and extend your right arm up and out. So you can extend the left leg out as you Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, and you can lift your head up gently if you like. Extend out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extend out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extend out. We'll do 3 more. Reach and extend. Reach and extend. Reach and extend. Good job. And then place both feet flat on the floor. Separate your knees as wide as your mat and windshield wiper side to side. So that's a very basic twist. And I'd like you to keep that in mind. If you need to just do a basic twist, there you go. Stay with that modification. We'll start to build up a little bit more. So I want you to keep moving in a way that feels right for you. Bring your legs back to center. Feet still in constructive rest pose. And I'm going to invite you, I call these robot arms. I want you to bend place the backs of your triceps, bend your elbows, fingers reaching up to the sky like a robot or T-Rex. But use your triceps to help support you here. This will take some of the pressure off the back of your neck. You're going to press the back of your head into the mat and lift your hips up off the floor. So this sort of helps you to get into bridge pose. So I want you to really connect through that strong core. Imagine you're squeezing that block, but you don't have the block in. Feel that sensation of staying connected and zipped up through the core. Transfer the weight into your right foot. You're going to press into that right leg and then see if you can extend your left leg out. As you extend your left leg out, you're going to feel that energetic connection in that right butt, that right glute. Try not to drop your left heel. Notice how that feels. And then release. You don't have to lift your foot off the floor if you find that's too much pressure. Lower your hips down and just extend your leg out. That'll be the modify, all right? So release your hips to the floor. Take a moment here to relax. So if you find that's too much pressure in the low back or the pelvis area, keep your hips on the floor. If you choose to lift the pelvis up, you can just even stay in bridge. You don't have to do a one-legged bridge. So I want to make sure you have plenty of options and choices and modifications. Now press your weight into the left leg, press through the backs of your triceps. That gives you lots of support, and the back of your head is pressing into the floor. Once you transfer the weight into the left foot, extend your right leg out. So really press, point your toe as you lift. Try not to let your pelvis wobble. See if you can stay balanced and focused. And then gently, when you're ready, release. Place your right foot on the floor. Gently lower your pelvis to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe bring your forehead up to there and just gently rock from side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. And just notice that connection. We're really warming up the digestion. We're trying to get into that digestive fire, building and stoking the fire, getting those embers to fan out and flame a bit. We want to get the fire going today, okay? So now we're going to do another movement here. So I'm going to invite you to find your block again. And you're going to put the block in your hands. And you're going to extend both legs up to the sky. So if this becomes too much for your low back, the best thing you're going to do is just maybe keep one leg on the floor and just do an extension with the leg as you bring the leg down and bring the foot up and tap. Okay, so that will be your basic move here. And then you'll alternate legs between sets, okay? If okay with us, again, I always want you to have choices. The way we're going to do this is we're going to take the block in between our hands. We're going to pass the block from our hands to our feet. And then you're going to lower the legs down and arms overhead. And then you're going to bring your arms and legs up to meet, pass the block from your feet to your hands, lower legs to the floor and extend arms overhead. So that's a really nice warm core warm up. All right. So, but if for any reason you find that that's too much for you, remember, you're going to just alternate legs, lift your leg up and lower, and then lift the opposite leg up and lower. So there's your alternative. You don't have to pass the block back and forth. So I want you to have choices. So we'll begin now again together, and we're going to try to do this for up to 5 sets if possible. Remember, zip your core up. It's really important to have that core zipped up. So lift both legs up, hands past the block to your feet. Lower your feet to the floor, extend your arms overhead, and then lift everything back up. Take the block into your hands, lower your legs and arms to the floor. 2, inhale, lift up for 3. Take the block into your feet. Exhale, lower down. Lift up. Pass the block to your hands and then lower down. We'll do another one more. Lift up. Pass the block to your feet and then exhale, lower it all the way down. Woo, good job. And then lift up one more time. Take the block and then gently bend your knees, release the block to the floor, and then rock from side to side. So hopefully you're starting to feel the fire fanning, feeling the flames of the fire. Good. Hug the knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Squeeze, 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 and then release. Good. We're going to do one more on our backs before we move up to another position at this point. So this one I call angel twists, okay? So again, it's a twisting action. Your legs are going to be up in the air, and you're going to lightly interlace your hands behind the nape of your neck. So as you do that, I want you to make sure that your elbows are out to the side, that you're not squeezing your elbows around your head. So your arms are open, your armpits are nice and open. Now, you're going to do the same leg and the same arm. And as you lower your right leg to the floor, you're going to let it hover. At that same time, take your right arm and cross it across the extended left leg. So there's the angel twist. Now, if this is too much for you today, you're going to revert to bringing the twist that we started with earlier, okay? So just bring your leg in gently and cross over that way. So take the variation that feels appropriate. You can keep your toes on the floor if you need to. So that's the modify. But if you're extending your legs up into the sky, lift your head and shoulders up lightly. Lift your core, stay connected to that core connection now. All right, protect your lower back. Make sure that you feel that as you're zipping up, you're feeling the lower back gently being supported on the floor. You're not overarching the low lumbar spine. And as we inhale, you're going to exhale, lower your right leg and take your right arm and cross over. You're going to notice I'm going to go nice and slow and then inhale back to center. As you exhale, left leg lowers and cross your left arm to the opposite side of your right leg and then inhale left. The slower you go, exhale, lower the right side. You're going to notice it becomes more difficult. And then inhale back to center. Exhale the left side. Back to center. We'll do 3 more sets. Exhale, right leg, right arm, cross over. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left arm, left leg. Inhale back to center. I guess one more set. Exhale, right side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left leg, left side. Inhale back to center. Good job. Now hug both knees back into your chest. And I'm going to invite you to either gently rock and roll up to sit or use your hands to come on up to sit. So hopefully now you feel like we've stoked the fire and we're getting the fire growing, which is good. So now I'll invite you to come onto all fours. Sweep your feet behind you, place your palms. Actually, if you can, we're going to sit back in what we call the thunderbolt pose. So we'll start here. And if you can't sit on all the way back on your heels, that's okay. We're not going to stay there. So the way this is going to be, we're just going to do a kneeling cat swan flow. So as you inhale, you're going to sweep all the way up off your knees and shins as you inhale up. As you exhale, we're going to place the palms down and go into a cat. So press your heart up, zip that zipper up, and really connect to that your core as you exhale. Inhale again into the cow. Look forward and up, and then exhale back into your child's pose. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that. Inhale, sweep on up, all the way up. Lift your arms overhead. You're pressing up onto your shins. You're going to exhale right into your cat. Round your back. Draw your navel center in and up. Inhale into your cow. And then exhale back into your child's pose. We'll do one more round and then add on. Inhale, come all the way up and reach up. Exhale right into your cat. Inhale into your cow. And exhale back into your child's pose. While you're in your child's pose, just gently shift your hips from side to side. Come back up onto all fours. Gently press the right foot back behind you. Press through the ball of the foot, palms directly underneath your shoulders, shoulder blades down the back. Feel that now core connection here. So I want you to really feel that the tone in your core. Imagine that zipper zipping up. Now you're going to press into the ball of your right foot. And if you choose to, lift your left knee and hover. So your left knee is just hovering off the floor. We're going to inhale, extend the left leg out so you're in a three-legged plank. And then bring the knee in towards the center. Exhale. We'll do two more. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Exhale, bring the left knee in. If you need to drop the other knee, go right ahead. Inhale, out. And then exhale, lower the knee. And then let the right leg lift up. Inhale, extend the right leg out to the right side. Look over your right shoulder. The foot is flexed. And then sweep the leg all the way behind you. Twist and look over your left shoulder. We're going to repeat that two more times. Take the right leg, swing it out to your right. Bring it as close up as you can. Right leg is extended. You're really going to feel that across. Exhale, bring it all the way back across your body. Look over your left shoulder. One more, please. Press, shift your right leg, swing it out to your side, flex your foot, look over your shoulder to look at your foot, and then sweep it behind you. Continue to follow your leg. Look over your left shoulder. This time, if you can, put the toes on the floor and look over your shoulder. Feel the side bending stretch. And then release. Bring your right knee back. Come off of your hands. Let's rub our palms. Shake them out. Open and close. Circle one way. And then circle the other way. All right, so shake it out. These weight-bearing poses are really good for building up strength in our bones, which is what we want. We want strong bones. And we're going to do the opposite leg now. Again, if you need to modify, just keep your knee on the ground. You don't have to lift it up. Place your palms directly underneath your shoulder. Press into the base of your knuckles, especially the base of the index finger and your thumb. Middle fingers are parallel out in front of you. The wrist crisps are facing the front of your mat. Shoulder blades down the back. This time, extend your left foot behind you. The ball of the left foot is on the mat. And then firm up through the core. And then lift that, let that right knee hover. Hover an inch. Feel that connection now. This is very powerful and strong. And then you're going to extend that right leg out. So you're in a three-legged plank. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, knee in. One more time. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, knee in. Lower the right knee. Let your left leg float up. And now you're going to bring your left leg out to the side, towards your left side. Flex your foot. And then bring it out as high as you can hold it. And then exhale, point your toe, sweep the leg behind you, cross over and look over your right shoulder, see if you can see your foot. Inhale, sweep your left leg out. If you can get it hip level, feel that connection, really. A lot of core work here. That foot. Exhale, point your toe, sweep it around, look over your right shoulder. time. Inhale, sweep your left leg out to the side. Look over your left shoulder, flex your foot. See if you can lift a little higher, and then point your toe. Sweep it behind you. This time, let your toe touch the floor. Look over your shoulder. Feel that side stretch all through the lats, along the side of your rib cage, stretching out through that layer of core muscle. Then come back to center. And then again, I'll invite you to come off your hands, rub your palms together, shake it out, open, close, and let's sit down. Get off our hands now. That feels much better to get off the hands, right? All right, we're going into a few boat poses. So I love boat pose. It's a great way of tapping into our core without having to do, well, boat pose is really like yoga sit-ups, isn't it? So of course, a few cautions here. So if for any reason today you might have a low back situation going on, I want you to modify this boat poses with your hands behind you. So if you can, you're going to sit up tall. You still maintain integrity of the spine where you're lifting up through your sternum. Feel that core connection and keep your hands behind you, okay? That's number one. Number two is you can also modify by holding your hands right behind your knees and keeping your feet on the floor and just holding it here. So now you can practice finding your balance here. Find your balance on your sit bones, your ischial tuberosities. Can you sit up nice and tall and just let your toes come off the floor? If that's too much, you can keep your toes on the floor. But if you're okay, maybe lift your legs up, shins parallel. So this is another choice. So I'm offering lots of choices. Another choice is extending your arms out. So now you're in more of a Navasana, boat pose. Full Navasana is with your legs fully extended. So again, that's another choice. Good. You can even add the arms up. So this is when you raise your sail. So now you're in a high boat. You can come to low boat now. Lower back and hover. Now this is difficult. This is really going to charge your core. And then inhale, lift your sail. Legs up. Your knees can be bent or they can be extended. Or you're going to exhale to low boat. Now watch your back here. If you need to, place your elbows on the floor. Or inhale, rise up to high boat. Lift those sails. We're going to do one more if you can. You got this? Let's lower down. Woo! Really into your core. Zip the zipper. Feel that energy working here. And then slowly hug your knees in and take a seated child's pose. So hopefully you're feeling that. I know I was. And hopefully you feel the heat now. I really feel the fire's burning. So hopefully you've got your fire well stoked. So let's keep the fire going a little bit longer and modify in any of the variations I've showed you. So next we're going to add what I call Charlie's Angels twist. So again, if you find it's too much, keep your feet on the floor. Charlie's Angels mudra is the Kali mudra. So interlace your fingers, pointer, index, and thumb pointing straight out in front. So the modification would be sitting up nice and tall, feet on the floor. We're going to twist to the right. Use your shoulders and arms to point to the right. Come back to center and twist to the left. And then back to center. Now, if you choose to, you can come into boat pose, knees bent, knees together, hug your knees, big toes touching. Inhale here, exhale, twist to your right. Inhale to center, exhale, twist to your left. We'll do two more sets. Inhale, back to center, twist to your right. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, twist to the left. Back to center, one more set, twist to the right. You got this. Inhale, center, and twist to your left. Good job. Lower your feet and then extend your legs out in front, sit up nice and tall. This is where maybe just coming into staff pose. Shoulders over the hips. Feel that connection, hands on the floor next to you. And if you want to just lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Move your hands, come into a gentle forward stretch. Feel that release in the low back. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, come back out. Good job. How are we doing? Okay. So now you're going to come back on all fours again. We're going to do a little bit more on the forearms, forearm plank, and then forearm plank to plank pose. So this is a little bit challenging. So the option here is just to take your forearm plank, extend your right foot out, left foot out behind you. And remember that core connection. So plank poses are among my favorite to strengthen up your core. So you can hang out here for, let's count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then drop your knees and stretch your spine by taking a child's pose. And notice how the energy now, again, with holding that type of pose is really creating a little bit more heat and stamina. Your heart rate may be feeling that because it required you to really support your weight and building bone density in that particular move, but it's a great core move. So we're going to now take that pose and we're going to come into full plank. So now palms directly underneath your shoulders, shoulder blades down the back, and come to plank pose. Now, we're going to alternate from plank, lower the elbow, to forearm plank. Then we're going to press back up into our hands and come up to plank. We're going to do that 2 more times. Now, if you choose not to do this, just hold the forearm plank. That's a modify. Lower your forearms onto your forearm plank, and then come onto your hands to plank. 2 more sets. Lower to your forearms, come down to forearm plank, press your palms, come to plank. Last one, forearm plank, lower your elbows, press up to plank, full plank, lower your knees, come up onto your shins, stretch your arms behind you, shoulder blades down the back, lift your heart, lift your sternum. Woo. Again, that works the upper body, but you're still very connected to the core connection here. We'll do 1 more on the forearms before we're going to stand up and do some standing postures. So join me back onto your forearms. Remember, you can modify. The modify here is just to move from between forearm plank or drop your knees. All right, so you have a choice. Lift your knees or lower them. That's the modify. You're going to join me in Diablo Asana. Diablo is really, really hot, really, really fiery. But listen very carefully because there's a twist here. And if the twist is not working for you today, you're just going to lift your knees and lower your knees. But if you can, lift your knees, twist your heels to the right, come to center, twist your heels to the left. Come to center. That's Diablo Asana. So join me in any way you choose to for 3 more sets. Heels to the right, to center, left to center. You're trying to maintain a plank, strong core, don't collapse in the low back. Twist your heels to the left. We'll do 1 more set. Heels to the right, to center, heels to the left, to center, and then lower your knees. And take a child's pose. Shift your hips back this time. Bring your arms behind you and shake them out. And feel the energetic qualities of moving in that particular way. Slowly push yourself up. You're going to come up all the way to stand. So meet me up in a standing position. I'm going to invite you to take a moment to take a water break. I need to grab my water. So when you make your way back onto your mat, standing, find your mountain pose. Feet about hip width distance apart. Find the four corners of your feet, big toe mound, little toe mound, inner heel and outer heel. Remember your knees are soft, hips over heels. Let's roll our shoulders forward and up and roll them down the back. And I'll invite you to do that 2 more times. Forward and up and roll them down the back. Forward and up and roll them down the back. The back of the neck is long. Good. And just feel the strength of standing in your mountain. Now separate your feet a little bit wider, and we're just going to do a little twist. Okay, as you twist, I want you to lift the heel of the foot of the direction that you're turning in. Yes, so just lift the opposite heel away as you're twisting so that you don't over torque your knee, and just go back and forth a few more times, shaking out any energy that you need to release. Let go of any stale inertia in your body, and then make your way back to center. Shake that out. So as we talked about the fire, the agni, one of the most important practices I can invite you to do on a daily basis, even if you can't get onto your yoga mat anytime, my teachers would say if there's one practice you did every day, this would be it. So I find that this practice is so vital to our core digestion, and it really wakes up your body. So I do this in the morning. I do this before I leave my bathroom in the morning, when I'm brushing my teeth. It's part of my morning regimen. It takes 30 seconds to do. So you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this particular practice. What I want you to think about is the cat and cow pose that we do on our knees. We're going to do it standing with an emphasis on the drawing up through your navel center, that zipper where you zip everything in. So much so that when you're exhaling, you're squeezing everything in. And when you get everything in nice and tight, you're going to hold there. And I'll demonstrate in a moment, but I want you to feel this connection of zipping everything up from the pubic bone all the way up to the navel, squeezing everything in so you actually suck it in and up. It's like you're putting on that tight pair of jeans, you're zipping the zipper. And once you get there, you hold it for a moment so you're actually retaining your breath. So you're holding it in until you can't keep it anymore. And then when you release, you slowly release and unlock, and the whole area, just the air fills back into that area, into that container. So this is called Agni Sara, which is, it's really bringing in a lock of energy to create heat and wake up your digestive flow. So when you've been asleep all night long, your digestions will been asleep. This wakes up, and this will get assimilation going of your entire digestive system. So the way this will look is I'm going to come into a squat. My feet are a little bit hip width distance apart, feet parallel. My hands are going to go on my knees so that my arms are bracing so that you can see that my hands and arms are locked. The energy here, again, is going to be like the cat-cow. So you're going to inhale, fill your belly up. But on the exhale, you're going to imagine you're going into a deep cow. So you're lengthening the tailbone, zipping it in. At the same time, your chin goes in towards your sternum, and you squeeze it all the way in and up until you let out all the breath. You can't squeeze, you can't exhale anymore. Then you're going to hold. So you're going to do the root lock, squeeze through the root, and squeeze all the way up to into your abdomen. Your chin is pressing into your sternum at the same time too. So now you're doing what we call a chin lock. So you're holding it all in to you as far as you can. And then when you're ready to release your chin, your abdomen, and then all the way down through the mula bandha, the root. All right. So you're going to do that as you're going to try that a couple times on your own. So again, you're bracing your arms. You're going to inhale, fill your belly all the way up. Inhale in, inhale, inhale. And now as you exhale, gently draw up. Think about the root lock, zipping the zipper all the way up to your core. Tuck your chin into your sternum. Squeeze it all the way in, all the way in. Hold your breath as much as you can. When you're ready to release your chin, release through the back spine all the way out through the root. And try that one more time, please. So inhale, 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 soften your belly. As you exhale, gently draw it up through the root lock. Zip that zipper all the way up to the navel. Tuck your chin. Let out all the air that you can possibly let out in an exhalation till there's no more air left. Hold it in. And then when you're ready to release, release the chin. Start to inhale and let it all out. Good. And then come all the way up. So that takes about 30 seconds. And if you do that 2 or 3 times and you start to build up into that, you're going to notice this really connection through the core, especially into the transverse abdominis. This will start to firm up a lot of deep tissue in your core muscles. So I invite you to see if you can incorporate that into your morning bathroom routine. And what you might also recognize is that it's going to start to even improve your quality of assimilation throughout your entire digestion. All right, great. So from here, let's make our way into chair pose. So I will invite you, if you like to take chair with the block, let's take the block again, because I always love the way the block will bring us in a sense of awareness between the inner thighs. So take the block in between your inner thighs. If you find that you want to let it go at any time, please do let it go. But you're going to find your chair pose. So remember, toes pointing forward, shift your hips way back so that when you're coming into chair, it's as if you're sitting in a chair 3 feet behind you, that you can look down, you can see your toes, your knees are not jutting out over your toes. Shift your feet. Your knees should be more in line with your ankles. Your hips are way back, and you're going to extend your arms. So we're in chair here. Relax your shoulders, and maybe see if you can lift your torso a little bit higher so you're in a little bit more upright position, looking out in front of you. Now we're going to add, as we maintain chair pose, we're going to add a twist. So right hand stays forward, left arm behind, open up, and just add that twist. So you're opening up, big arm twist, and then you're going to come back through center. You can actually let your palms touch if you like that. And then you're going to twist the opposite way. Let your right arm go out to the side and twist. Open up, shoulder to shoulder. Spread your fingers nice and wide and come back to center. 2 more sets. Open up. Remember, you're still holding chair. So you're going to feel this in your quads and glutes. Your heart rate will start coming back to raising up. Bring your hand back to center. Open to your left and twist. Come back to center. 1 more set. Open your left arm behind. Look over your left shoulder. Back to center. Right arm opens. Look over your shoulder. Back to center. Then inhale, stand tall. Lift both arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart. And come all the way into a forward fold. Let's release the lower back and spine. Fingertips can come down to your knees, your shins, or your ankles, wherever it feels appropriate for you. Stretch your spine out. If your fingertips touch the floor, go for the floor. Feel that stretch in your lower back now. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just bend your knees again. Come back up into chair, hands to heart. And then from here, we're going to add another twist. Again, you can choose to take the twist we just had with your arms extended to the right and to the left. So there's that variation. Or if you choose to go into a deeper twist, here's another variation. So again, your choice. You're going to bring your elbow towards the opposite knee and twist. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. We'll do that 2 more sets. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Again, taking your variation. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last set. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come all the way back up. Extend your arms all the way up. And then exhale, come back to center, hands to heart. And then release your block. And just put the block down. And make your way up towards the front of your mat. We're going to inhale, sweep our arms all the way out and up. And then we're going to come all the way into a forward fold. As you exhale, come to that forward fold of your choice. You can grab onto your elbows, fingertips to the floor. Take whatever feels right in this moment as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen your neck and your spine. And now as you exhale next time, step your left foot back, lower your left knee to the floor. Press through the pelvis, extend and lengthen your spine, nice and long in front of you. Inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to come up into hands onto your thighs, stack your shoulders over your hips and sweep your arms all the way up. Nice big extension here. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, open up. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands back to the floor and you're going to tuck your toes with your back foot and step back into your downward dog. In your downward dog, you can pedal your feet if you choose to, or you can just find stillness. As you find stillness here, draw the shoulder blades down the back, press through the palms of your hands. Energetically, feel the earth coming up through your arms, through the back body, spine, towards your pelvis and hips, going down the back of your legs. Gaze towards your toes. Zip the zipper here too. Draw that energy in and up here. Feel that connection. Don't let your belly just soften and hang. Feel the core connection here. And then we're going to roll the shoulders forward to plank. So another strong core hold. Draw the shoulder blades down. You can always drop your knees, but still remain a strong core. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin. We're going to come all the way down onto our belly. Extend the toes behind you, shoulder blades down the back. Keep your hands alongside your chest, thumbs alongside your chest. Find the navel center and the hip bones and pubic bone. And imagine that fiery triangle right at the center of your solar plexus. As you inhale, I want you to press up into cobra, shoulder blades down the back, heart opening. As you exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, come back up into your downward dog, and then step your left foot forward, right knee down, left foot forward, right knee down. Lengthen your spine long. Slide your hands up towards the left thigh, stack your shoulders, sweep your arms overhead, take the low crescent moon pose, extend and open up your heart. Inhale here. Now exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor. And now step your back foot up to meet your front, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. And just be aware of the energetic qualities here. We're going to continue to build and add on. So inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. As you exhale, come into forward fold, bow down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, now step your left foot back, right foot forward. This time, keep the left knee off the floor. We're going to inhale, press the pelvis towards the floor. And now as you exhale, shift your weight back onto the left foot and straighten your right leg. So we come into pyramid pose. All right, and we're going to go back and forth 2 more times. So as you inhale, walk your hands forward. You can use blocks if you need to. Bend your knee, come into lunge, and then exhale, come back into pyramid pose. Shift your weight, flex your foot. Keep that right hip gently pressing back. So if you were imagining you were balancing a teacup on your sacrum, you would not be spilling your tea. One more time, we're going to come forward now. The knee is bent. Keep your knee above your ankle. The left hand is under your left shoulder. We're going to add a twist. So if you need to, you can put your left hand on a block. It's perfectly appropriate. Length in your spine. And as you twist, you're going to sweep your right arm out and up towards the ceiling, stacking your right shoulder over your left. Press through the ball of your left foot as you expand into a twist. Look up towards your fingertips or look straight out, or you can look down. Really take the variation that feels right in your neck. As you twist here, nice fiery twist in the navel. And then when you're ready to release, lower your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back. Downward dog. As you inhale, step your left foot forward. Left knee bent. Come into lunge. So now we're going to move back and forth between lunge and pyramid. So walk your hands back as you come into pyramid. Straighten your left leg, and even if you choose to, you can flex the left to lift the toes off the mat. Again, all these are options. Take whatever works. Bend your left knee, walk your hands forward, come into low lunge, and then walk your hands back. Come into pyramid, flex your foot. One last time, we come forward into lunge. Knee is above your ankle, knees and toes, same direction. Your right hand is under your right shoulder or on a block. I like a block because it really gives me ability to really lengthen my spine, create lots of length. And so that when I add the twist, I really can reach through my navel center, my heart opens, my chest opens. There's a lot of room for expansion here. But remember to keep the integrity of the knee above the ankle, knees and toes in the same direction, and open up expansively. Feel your weight is not all in the right arm. Okay, so you don't want to have all the weight on that right hand. So if you're on a block or fingertips, see if you can come up onto the tips of your fingers so the weight is being controlled through your midsection and your legs, not in your right wrist. Take one more breath here. Good job. And then when you're ready to release, cartwheel your hands back to the floor and then step your back foot up to meet your right. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up, palms to touch, hands to heart. And again, observe that energetic qualities. And then I invite you to face the long edge of your mat, and I want you to go wide. So we're going to work a little bit deeper, getting into this core. We'll move into triangle variations. But let's just place your hands on your shins again, knees slightly bent, and just cross your right shoulder over to your left in a nice twist here. Your arms are bracing against your knees just to open up. You're going to feel that stretch in the QL, the right side of your low back, quadratus lumborum. Twist as you look over to your left shoulder. Breathe here for a breath or two. And then you're going to come back to center and then bring your left shoulder across towards your right knee and look over your right shoulder. And breathe into the stretch now in the lower left side of your back. Really create some spaciousness there. We really want to go deep into these low back muscles that support your entire core being. These are the muscles that help you really stay upright. And you want to have a nice supple muscles in the low back. You don't want to have that tightness. And then take one more breath and then come back up through center and then slowly make your way up. Expand your arms out nice and wide. Let's open up our heart. Lift your sternum, lift your gaze, lift your head up to the heavens, and just feel expansiveness here from limb to limb, out from your navel center. So navel radiation from your navel to your right fingertips, from your navel to your left fingertips, from your navel to the right toes, from your navel to the left toes, and just feel that navel radiation. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down. Whew. All right. So think of the importance of our navel center. You can just rest your hands here for a second. Think about our connection to life, all the sustenance we receive from our mothers from this point here, right? From this umbilical cord, the powerhouse of energy. This is our core power, our core strength. So really tap into this. All right. Now point your right foot towards the front of your mat. And I'd like you to take the palm of your left hand and just place it on the back of your sacrum. Shift your hips slightly back to the left. So you're going to shift the hips, and at the same time, you're going to feel this energetic, you're going to lean into the crease of your right foot. We're moving into triangle. So as you do this, I want you to keep your front body as in one line if possible so that you can keep this diagonal line. I don't want you to lose the integrity of that, okay? So your neck is in line with your spine, and the hand can go to the thigh. So this is a basic triangle. And depending on where you are today in your practice, you can take this deeper. You can stay here, or if you choose to, slide your hand down to the shin. You can take the back of your right hand and press it right into the shin of your right leg and keep that energetic quality here if you can. If this is in your practice, your hand can go down to the block, can go down to the floor. I like to use the block again for the energetic quality of the block. It allows me to really connect through that zipping it up all the way now through the crown of my head. So there's a lift here in your spine and your neck. So I want your neck is not drooping. You want to imagine that the back of your neck is pressing into the headrest of your car. Feel that energetic connection there. And then you can sweep the left arm up. That's a beautiful expansiveness from fingers to fingers again. And think of that navel radiation radiating now into your four limbs. Now, if you have this pose and you're feeling strong enough today, take your right hand off the block and imagine you're holding a great big beach ball. So here takes a lot of energetic quality. You don't have to be doing this, but if you are, feel the energetic quality radiating out from your navel center throughout all limbs. To come out of this pose, bend your right knee. You're going to inhale your way up like you're holding the whole world in your arms. Then I'm going to invite you to straighten that right leg, lower your left hand to your left thigh, and lift your right arm up and look up and really stretch through the right side of your body. So when we're in what we call the revolve triangle. Beautiful stretch, beautiful stretch. I'm sorry, reverse triangle. Sorry. And then come back through center, lower down. Parallel your feet. Notice how the energetic qualities of that feels. And we'll move our way into the left side. So left foot now faces the left side of your mat. Again, one hand on your navel, one hand on the low back. Just notice how that feels. Shift that right hip now. So you really shift the hip back, create that bend in that left hip crease as you lean. So the left hand could be on the left thigh. Your back foot is parallel to the front back edge of your mat. Look down at your feet. Make sure your toes and knees are facing forward in the same direction. Now your left hand can be on the left thigh, the left shin. It can be on a block inside your leg or on the outside of your leg. Or you can just let the back of your hand rest against the back of your shin. So there's many different ways that you can be here. Again, you can add the upper arm, another choice. You can keep your hand down. Remember, there are modifications that feel right in your body today. If you're here and you want to go deeper, make sure your entire body, you feel that connection through your feet. It's really energetically important to really feel the energy down your legs in your mat. Then lift your left arm up, right arm over like you're holding a giant beach ball. Feel the energetic quality through your legs radiating out from your navel center through your arms and radiating down your legs. Feel that core connection. Very, very powerful. This is such a powerful pose. From here, bend your left knee to come up and then use the strength of your quads and glutes to lift yourself up. Straighten the left leg, lower your right hand, lift your left arm up and come into reverse triangle. And really feel this expansion now, opening up through the left side of your body. Nice lateral stretch. Really working deep into the side ribs. Strong through your legs, inhale. And then exhale, make your way back. Make your way into that 5-pointed pose, heels in, toes out. Place your hands now on the back of your sacrum. Parallel your feet now. We're going to come into a forward fold. Lift your heart, lift your sternum. And then as you exhale, you're going to come into a wide angle forward fold, your variation. take whatever your body invites you to take today. Some of you might want to place your fingertips on the floor. Some of you might want to go deeper. You might want to bring your crown of your head to the floor. You might choose to walk your hands through your legs behind you. I just invite you to take whatever expression your body needs right now, because this is a very, very powerful pose. Releasing from here, feel the energy release into the earth as you bring the crown of your head towards the floor. Feel that connection to the crown energy, the crown chakra. Breathe deep. Soften your knees, maybe heel toe. Put your hands back on the floor. We're going to transition into Malasana squat. So walk your heels and toes in closer, bend your knees, drop your hips. Now you can drop your hips onto a block, is always available, or drop your hips down to the floor in a squat. So again, this connection to the earth, coming back to a deep, earthly squat. Malasana, garland pose. Find your place here. Just take a moment to connect to that earthly energy, and then gently rest your hips onto the floor. Extend your legs out. Press through the thighs down. Release the flesh from your buttocks. Extend your legs. Sit up nice and tall. Zip your zipper and spine long. Roll your shoulders forward, up and back. And then we're just going to side bend over to your right. Reach for your toes or any place in between. You can extend that upper arm up and over in any place that feels appropriate for you. Stack your shoulders, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Breathe. Come on up. Move to the other side slowly. Again, reach for your knee, your shin, your ankle, your toes. Stack your shoulders. This is a side bend. We're doing more of a side stretch here to work out all those twists we've done. And then come back up with that arm up and over. Keep that right hip grounded. Flex your feet. Your right thighs are pressing down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then make your way all the way back up. Place the soles of your feet together, if you would. We're going to finish with a forward fold. And if this isn't appropriate for you today, just extend your legs. Again, I always want you to have choices, but if you like to come to Baddha Konasana, come feet together, hold on to your ankles or open your toes and bow forward. So again, take the expression, just finish this off in a way that feels right in your body. And just take another breath or two here. And then make your way up. As you make your way up, just bring your knees together. And we're going to prepare ourselves to come down onto our backs and prep up for relaxation. So have whatever props you need available for you down by your side as you come into relaxation. I'll invite you to roll down onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. And just rock from side to side. You did it. So we really worked hard in the core today. Hopefully you stoked your fire. You know how to get that fire going. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze out any tension that you might still be holding onto. And if you need to do any last movements, I like to place my feet on the floor, windshield wiper, just to release the back of my sacrum and stretch out through the abdominal muscles by extending my arms overhead. So that's a nice release for me. Maybe you'll enjoy that as well, or take whatever you need to finish your practice today, and then settle into relaxation in any way that feels right for you today. So as you extend your legs out, about hip width distance apart, allow your arms to come down by your side. Use any covering that you might need. so that you can be as relaxed as possible. So take your time and take whatever variation you need so that you can relax. As we will do a flow of awareness practice, and then I will invite you to transition into a seated position to do some breathing practices. So as you begin to settle, find stillness in your body in a way that feels right for you. Notice your room, where you are. Notice any sounds or distractions. And then just let your body rest naturally. Your back lying on a firm surface. Your arms are comfortable distance away. Your palms are up with your fingers slightly curled. Your head and neck are supported. And if you desire that light blanket, your body's covered. And invite your body to release all sense of tension and let the weight of your physical body release as you feel the support of the earth beneath you. And just trust now that Mother Earth will hold you in her arms throughout this practice. Cultivate an awareness of effortlessness at the navel region. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your belly with each breath. And allow it to be a smooth, even, rhythmic breath. Invite the breath to release any trembling, any shakiness, any instability. And as you do so, you're releasing any effort from a deeper space. Allow it to become a deep, energetic pulsation of breath so that it grows smooth and even with a flow of inhalation and exhalation synchronized with your natural cadence. So allow the breath to be your cadence. Despite how I'm guiding you, I want you to follow the flow of your own breath, your own rhythm, your own pattern. It is silent, but it's natural. It's complete and deep, which fulfills our pranic potential. It invites our mind to go inward. And all these qualities culminate in our ability for a seamless flow of breath, an energetic breath woven from one to the next. It's seamless in a continuum in the capacity to experience infinite space of consciousness that resides within our own body. On your next inhale, allow your breath to explore the furthest point of the upper extent of your inner space. So as you inhale from your toes, inhale all the way up to the crown of your head. And then when you exhale, exhale to the lowest extent of your inner space down to your toes. Allow your breath to be sweeping upwards on your inhales and downwards on your exhales. As you bring your awareness to your toes, inhale from your toes to your crown. And as you exhale, exhale from your crown to your toes and allow the awareness to flow. Inhale from your toes to your crown and exhale from your crown to your toes. Again, inhale from your toes to your crown, but now as you exhale from your crown to your ankles. Inhale from your ankles to your crown, and from your crown to your ankles. Inhale from your ankles to your crown, and exhale from your crown to your knees. Inhale from your knees to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your knees. Inhale from your knees up to your crown. And as you exhale from your crown now, allow the sweepiness to stop at the base of your perineum. Inhale from your perineum to the crown. Exhale from your crown to your perineum. Inhale from your perineum to the crown. Exhale from the crown now to your navel. Inhale from your navel to the crown. Exhale from your crown to your navel. Inhale from your navel to your crown. But exhale now from your crown to your heart center. Inhale from your heart to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your heart. Inhale from your heart to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your throat. Inhale from your throat to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your throat. Inhale from your throat to your crown. And exhale from your crown to the center of your forehead, that third eye. Inhale from your third eye up to the crown of your head. Exhale from your crown into the center of your forehead. Inhale from the center of your forehead to your crown. And now exhale from the crown out to the opening of your nostrils. Inhale from the nostrils to the center of your forehead. And exhale from the center of your forehead out to the nostrils. And this continuous flow of awareness. For a few more breaths. Inhale from your nostrils to the center of your forehead. Exhale from the center of your forehead out through the nostrils. And just allow your awareness to flow effortlessly on the next inhale and exhale between these 2 points. Then release any explicit movement between point to point and allow your body to just rest. Allow your mind to reside in the entirety of this space. From this space, just witness each breath as a pulsation of pranic sensation. An extraordinary place is the inner space of consciousness, and it's bathed with a pranic vitality. And maintain this space as you begin to deepen the breath. Feel that pulsation again at the breath of the breath at your navel center. And then from there, just gently bring movements into your fingers and toes and maintain an awareness of your inner space. As I invite you to gently roll onto your side and come up into a comfortable seated meditative posture. Take your time. And find your comfortable seat. Take whatever props you need so that you can be comfortable to sit for the next 5 minutes, so that you can have your Sit bones grounded, supported. Your trunk is in alignment with your head, your neck, and trunk aligned. And then I'll invite you to withdraw your mind from all directions and just become aware of the space that your body and mind occupy right now. As you come back to the sensation of your breath, take a few deep breaths, smooth, even breaths. And then bring your attention right back to that sixth chakra, the third eye, the center of your forehead, and breathe at that space. Feel the breath at the center of your forehead. And you're going to take 3 deep, relaxed breaths at the center of your forehead. Take 1 breath at the center of your eyebrows. Take 1 breath at your eyes. Nostrils. Take 1 breath. Throat. 1 breath. Shoulders. 1 breath. Upper arms. 1 breath. Elbows. 1 breath. Wrists. 1 breath. Palms. 1 breath. Fingertips. 2 breaths. Palms. 1 breath. Wrists. 1 breath. Elbows. 1 breath. Upper arms. 1 breath. Shoulders. 1 breath. Throat. 1 breath. Heart. 1 breath. The bottom of your sternum. 1 breath. Navel center. 1 breath. Pelvis. 1 breath. Perineum. 2 breaths. Navel center. 1 breath. Bottom of your sternum. 1 breath. Heart. 1 breath. Throat. 1 breath. Nostrils. 1 breath. Eyes. 1 breath. Eyebrow center. 1 breath. Center of the forehead. 1 breath. Now bring your attention to your crown center and take 3 breaths. And then on your next exhale, feel the combined forces of your mind and breath descending from your crown, sweeping all the way down through your forehead, your eyebrow center, your nostrils, your throat, your heart center, your sternum, the navel, all the way down to perineum. And then as you inhale, inhale without pausing, all the way back right up through the whole chakras, all the way up through the crown of your head. And then let your exhale be sweeping down from the crown all the way down, passing through, all the way down to the root. And then all the way up through the crown. All the way down, exhale all the way down to the root. And just breathe that way for the next 5 or 6 more rounds. And then just release all sense of having to focus on the breath, being any particular place, but just rest in that place of energetic quality within. And then slowly and gently, with a sense of a moving awareness into your fingertips, I'll invite you to just gently drop your chin into your sternum and bring your awareness to that place within that feels something like gratitude. And from that place of gratitude, I'll just invite you to find one thing in your life today that you can be grateful for. And I'm grateful to all of you for allowing me the honor to be here today, to hold this space, to share these practices with you. So I wish you peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.